Kelce family's arrival at Mile High Stadium was nothing short of an event in itself. It wasn't just NFL fans who noticed. The city of Denver seemed to buzz with an extra energy as word spread that Jason Kelsey, his wife Kylie, and their father Ed had come to support Travis Kelce before the high-stakes Chiefs versus Broncos showdown. These appearances aren't just family reunions, they're living reminders of how sports can be about so much more than a game. The Kelceys always manage to draw a crowd, but it's not only their celebrity that attracts attention. There's something magnetic about the way they move together, drawing eyes as if they're the main characters in a film you can't pause. As the sun crept over the Rockies, the parking lot outside Mile High quickly turned into a sea of red and blue, a living mosaic of rival loyalties and shared anticipation. Amid the sound of distant marching bands, the smoky aroma of tailgate grills, and the endless chatter of predictions and rival banter, a ripple went through the crowd as Jason stepped out of the family SUV. There's a unique gravity to Jason Kelsey, something more than his imposing figure or famous beard. He has an everyman's humility, but carries himself with the quiet confidence of a man who's seen it all in the trenches. Even if you didn't know he was a Super Bowl champion, his presence would make you stop and wonder who he was. He smiled at fans, posed for selfies, and occasionally exchanged a knowing glance with Ed, who stood a few steps behind, as if surveying a kingdom he helped build. Ed Kelsey, the patriarch, is a fixture at both sons' games, always present but never flashy. He's the sort of father who knows when to step back and let his sons take the spotlight, but today, his pride was unmistakable. He wore a simple Chiefs cap, the brim shading his eyes as he watched his sons' fans swarm around them. He must have felt the weight of history, the culmination of decades spent nurturing two of the NFL's most beloved players. The bond between Ed and his sons is legendary, and today was a reminder of how strong family ties can be on the biggest stages. Then there's Kylie Kelsey, who has mastered the art of being both understated and unforgettable. With her practical outfit, she looked every bit the modern sports mom, comfortable yet stylish, ready to chase after kids or celebrate a touchdown at a moment's notice. Even while juggling a bag of snacks and chatting softly with Jason, she carried herself with a calm that seemed to steady those around her. It's easy to forget in these moments that the Kelsey family is just that, a family. Underneath the jerseys and the cameras are people who have supported each other through victories, defeats, injuries, and the grind of professional sports. That authenticity is what draws fans to them, a sense that, for all their fame, they're still grounded in the simple joys of cheering each other on. The hours before kickoff are always electric, but with the Kelceys in attendance, every minute seems magnified. People whispered about how Travis was handling the pressure, whether Jason had shared any advice, if Ed had brought one of his legendary pep talks. It's easy to see why this was no ordinary matchup. The Chiefs and Broncos have a rivalry that feels as old as the mountains themselves, and every meeting seems to carry the weight of past battles. But today, the stakes were even higher. The Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes and the unstoppable Travis Kelce, were fighting to secure their playoff position. The Broncos, always dangerous at home, were desperate for a statement win to keep their own hopes alive. In this context, the Kelce family wasn't just watching a football game. They were witnessing a chapter in a story they've been writing for years, each moment on the field echoing with memories of backyard games, high school championships, and the countless hours spent chasing a dream. As fans gathered around the family, stories began to circulate, some true, some embellished, about the brothers' childhood rivalry, the legendary Thanksgiving games, and the way Ed would referee with a whistle and an ironclad sense of fairness. These weren't just tales, they were folklore, passed from parent to child, fan to fan, as if the Kelceys were part of football's living history. By noon, the tension was palpable. The stadium's concrete corridors hummed with nervous energy as fans poured inside, but outside, the Kelceys lingered. They chatted with old friends, signed autographs, and took time for every child who wanted to meet their heroes. It was clear they understood what their presence meant to people. It wasn't just about Travis or even football. It was about hope, unity, and the belief that families, no matter how famous, are built on the same foundation as anyone else's: love, sacrifice, and a willingness to show up when it matters most. As game time approached, Jason and Kylie made their way toward the players' entrance, passing through a gauntlet of fans who cheered and shouted their names. A few feet away, Ed paused, looking back at the stadium, a small, proud smile on his face. It was a moment that spoke volumes, not just about football, but about the journeys we all take with the people we love. Inside, with the roar of the crowd rising like a tidal wave, Travis Kelce took the field knowing his family was there. It's impossible to measure what that kind of support means to a player, but anyone who saw the look on his face knew it mattered. He played with a fire that seemed to burn brighter with every cheer from the stands. Throughout the game, the cameras panned to the Kelce family, capturing the full range of emotions: nervous anticipation, unbridled joy, the kind of tension that only comes when you're watching someone you love risk everything for a chance at greatness. For the fans, these glimpses were a reminder that football, for all its spectacle, is ultimately about connection. The Chiefs and Broncos battle for supremacy, but in the stands, the Kelces fought for each other, bound by memories that stretched far beyond the field. As the final whistle blew, and the Chiefs emerged victorious, the Kelce family celebrated with an exuberance that felt both personal and universal. It was a win for Travis, of course, but also a win for every family that's ever gathered around a field, a court, or a television screen, hoping for a moment they'll never forget. The Kelces reminded everyone that behind every great athlete is a family willing to go the distance, to weather the cold, the crowds, and the pressure, all for the love of the game and each other. As the stadium lights began to dim and the crowds filtered out into the Denver night, the Kelce family lingered a moment longer, soaking it all in. For them, it was another chapter in a remarkable journey, a story still being written with every game, every cheer, and every embrace. And for the rest of us, it was a reminder of why we watch, why we cheer, and why, no matter who wins or loses, we always come back for more.
When did you play it to Travis, to Big Trav?
Oh,
can I call him Big Trav?
Yeah, you absolutely can. He responds to pretty much anything.
Okay,
which is great. He's a really easygoing guy. You will absolutely love him when you meet him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would play it for him as soon as I'd come back from Sweden.
Okay.
As soon as I'd come back from Sweden, I'd just like play it for him, and I knew that this was the kind of album that he was going to love the most.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
I just caught a glimpse of the ring.
oh yeah, you want to see?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Well, listen. So, am I right in saying that Travis designed that ring?
He did. He designed it with this amazing jeweler, Kindred Lubeck is her name, and she does all of her gold engraving by hand. And I had shown him a video of, like, I just thought her stuff was so cool, so I'd shown him a video